Citrus are one of the most undervalued fruiting trees in Australian gardens. There are not many areas in Australia that a citrus tree won't grow. Seeds of exotic citrus varieties were brought into Australia on the first fleet, and it was only a few years later oranges were harvested around Sydney. Australia has the perfect climate for citrus, and they perform brilliantly in pots or the ground. We're just at the end of the flowering season. I just love everything there is when it comes to flowering citrus. The perfume, the colour, and on a warm day when that gorgeous perfume's wafting through the air, it's just something else. And usually about 1 in 5 of these flowers results in fruit. Now, if any more of these set, the result is small fruit that don't taste really good. So thinning them out is absolutely crucial to big fruit that's full of juice and flavour. Now, it's so easy. All we do is nip the fruit out when they're about a pea size. They are also one of the fruit trees that don't require pruning to continue to produce. Stand back and take a look at the tree before you decide whether it requires a trim. Sometimes a tip prune is all a citrus tree needs to maintain bushy growth and lots of fruit. They're pretty forgiving, and I only recommend pruning if the fruit is too high to reach. It's a waste to feed the birds. At this time of the year, get down at ground level and check out the trunk. Look for ants. Now, ants are the indicator species that you may have scale insects amongst the foliage. Scales secrete sweet honeydew that the ants feed off. Now, the best way to get rid of the ants, and the easiest, is to get some duct tape and wrap it around the trunk, sticky side out. The secret to healthy trees is regular feeding. They are the one plant that tells you what nutrient they require through their foliage. Green veins or older yellow leaves are common symptoms of nutrient deficiencies. As a gardener, we can avoid it getting to this stage and regularly apply nutrients. The root system is shallow and it's easy to cause leaf drop by a sudden influx of nutrients. It's the reason a controlled release fertiliser such as Troforte is recommended. Feeding plants is also about the soil, and to get the best out of our citrus trees, looking after the soil is important. Not only does Troforte contain 60 minerals, it also contains 24 strains of beneficial soil microbes. This combination results in a strong plant resistant to disease, healthy foliage and nutrient-packed fruit. And yes, you can definitely taste the difference when it comes to eating the fruit. Don't forget to water it in after application because the microbes are activated with water. Now, if you can't be bothered with a watering can, there's also a hose-on solution. It means you can do your feeding and watering at the same time. Now, regardless of where you live, you need to fall in love with citrus. They are absolutely fantastic, whether you've got a balcony, courtyard or large area. And if you're lucky enough to have a large area garden and you're selective with the varieties you would like to grow, you can have fruit for at least 7 months of the year.